Whatty Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Hakumei to Mikochi Season 1 Episode 8. And I am really fucking excited because this week we're getting the adaptation of one of the most awesome mini arcs in this series, which is basically Chapter 15 broken up, and I'm really fucking excited. So we're starting off with the adaptation of Chapter 15.1 first, and I'm telling you, anime, if you fuck this up, I am not gonna forgive you. I swear to fucking God. Because, as I said, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the series. I swear to God, anime. Whew. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, writing, are you serious? Really? Okay, so Kanju basically says to Hakumei that this alleyway is known for pickpockets. No, yes, it's true, but that's not the whole story. What it's supposed to be is that area may have a lot of great bars, but it's also got lots of talented pickpockets. Oh boy, like, why did you mention the bars? I need just, why? Why writing? And this first portion of the episode is titled A Long Day. I'm gonna say this. Yes, the writing did cut some dialogue, and you know what? I understand why. Because if you look at the table of contents, this chapter, chapter 15, is broken up into 5 parts. And I don't know if the episode is going to do that or not. It looks like it's just going to be a very long day. It's not going to break it up into the parts like the manga is. So that's kind of disappointing, but I understand why. But I'm very concerned that the pacing is going to be rushed to death. So if there's a lot of dialogue skipped, I understand why, because of timing constraints. But God, I hope it's not this portion of the manga. Oh God, I hope this fucking portion is not, like, butchered to death. Ooh, anime, I love that you're giving a visual of the honey house. It is so cool with the 8 floors, because in the manga we really don't get the floor plans like you're giving us here. I really like this. Oh, the frame is so cool. Oh, anime. Whew, so far we're doing a decent job. I will say this, the artists and stuff like that was supposed to be mentioned here was mentioned earlier, so I will give you a pass, anime, for this. Okay, there's certain things I can forgive being skipped, but there's certain things that I cannot forgive being skipped. And among the rest, here, this part was really, I did not like this part being skipped. But some of us do stay, and among the residents here, there's one group that really dislikes newcomers like us. The one who lives on the leather string and bamboo levels of the home, they're the long-timers. Why did you not mention that? Like, I understand, like, little things being skipped here and there, like, little lines here. But, and this is the problem I have with Ancient Magus Bride. Like, Ancient Magus Bride, yes, I understand they're skipping lines here and there, but Ancient Magus Bride skipped lore. And this is the problem I have right now with you, Hakumei to Mikochi. You cannot skip lore like this. My God. I gotta say, Hakumei has a lot of fucking balls. She's going up someone like twice her fucking size. And she's like, does anything goes me? I could go up against you. Fucking Hakumei, you have a ton of balls, man. Okay, there is a little key thing that was skipped here. So before Hakumei and the crew left, this part was skipped. Hold on, just one more thing. Take this. This is for me? Our boss's final resting place is in the courtyard. Can you give that as an offering to his grave? You bet. Leave it to me. That's kind of important. That alcohol that was given to Hakumei, that's kind of important. So that not being there kind of irks me a little bit. But again, I know a lot of stuff is going to be cut because we're covering a lot of content in 20 minutes. I know this. But, okay, I have to ask you this, Hakumei to Mikochi anime. Like, the past couple of weeks, we have not had the opening song. Why this week, of all weeks, do you have the opening song when you're covering all this fucking content? This makes no fucking sense. I am so fucking stumped. I don't get it. So this is the dialogue. I'm gonna read it anyway because this was so fun. Because so much is being skipped, I have to read it. So you guys that are just anime onlys know what's being skipped, and those that are not following along in the manga, that are manga readers, know what you're missing. So this was skipped. Really, now, do you honestly think they'll give up Jimaru? No, I'm sure they won't. Especially that girl, she looks like trouble. For the most part, that was there. How about we just tie her up? What? No, things will get messy if we start going after out-of-towners. There's no point to it anyway. Let's see. It was supposed to be if we just change our target, maybe it will work after all. Okay, so now we're back to manga canon. Here we go. I gotta say, the statue of Ukai and like the flashback of Ukai looks so nice. Like when this anime is spot on, it is just spot on. It looks beautiful. But when the anime is off, it's just really off. Like, I wish you could find a happy medium. Hakumei to Mikochi, it drives me nuts, but it doesn't. But whatever. I love seeing Kanju getting kidnapped animated. I loved how it was like in slow motion. This was so awesome. Anime, thank you. Thank you for making Kanju's kidnap like so fucking cool. And it ends up being like so overdramatic. I love it. I love it. I don't think we're gonna get the comedic parts with Kanju. I hope we do. I really do, because Kanju just like keeps screaming her head off, and like the people that kidnap her are just like, God, just shut the fuck up. I hope we get that. If we don't, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Because like, what happens is they're just they're searching for her. They went down, go around that way, and then Kanju just finally shuts up, and she's like, she finally just in case we don't get it, she says, she finally shut up. I thought I was gonna go deaf. Like, I really wish it was gonna go like this. We can't even go back the way we came since we don't know. Hold on, let me just make sure this part was here. Hold on a second. Yep, this dialogue was skipped. So this dialogue was skipped. We can't even go back the way we came since we don't know which way that is anymore. Can you run just a bit longer, Mikochi? I'll probably throw up, but yes, I could still run. That was all skipped. Yagatamori looks freaking awesome, but he looks good. Okay, I'm gonna say this about Yagatamori. Yagatamori looks good, but he could look so much better. Like if you look at the manga, his hair is just like a little bit, his hair is bigger and wilder, and the anime, and I've noticed this with the anime, especially with like Hakumei's hair, the anime just isn't taking it far enough, and it's just with the animation, and it's just annoying. So we just finished 15.1, and we're going in. I guess we're not going into 15.2 yet. I guess we're going out of order, and that's kind of pissing me off. But 15.1 overall was actually pretty good. The pacing wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm still concerned about the pacing of the rest of the parts. And like part of me is kind of hoping that we're not going to finish all of it this week and we'll finish all of it next week. But I honestly doubt it. It's wishful thinking. Let's see what part we're doing next. Just give me a second. Okay, for some reason, the anime thought it would be a great idea to start in the middle of chapter 15.2. So where we're starting, and this is like at the 6-minute 40-second mark, we're at page 13 of chapter 15.2. I don't understand why, but that's where we're at. I'm sorry, did I say the middle? I meant the end of chapter 15.2. And you know what? Anime, I will give you a pass on this one, because it actually is a good lead into the beginning of the second part of chapter 15. So I will give you a pass on this. There's a lot of dialogue skipped. There is. And again, I totally understand why. But I kind of wish this part was here. This part should have been here. Definitely the majority of the dialogue from the beginning of the chapter was fucking skipped. But this part here being skipped bothers me. Okay, then, what was it that you wanted to request of us? Hold on a second. Shit. There's something missing from this julep, but no matter how I try, I just can't figure out what it is. Instead of that, it goes from the flashback to Miss Mikochi, I've heard that you are quite the talented cook. Like, I wish that part of the dialogue was there. It just is really pissing me off that it's not. I'm really mad that this part isn't here either. I'm well aware that this current fighting is due entirely to my failings as a leader, but even still, I must earnestly ask you, why? Why is this not here? It looks like this was a waste of time. Thanks for the drink. Come on, we gotta go look for Kanju. Let's see. Nothing is mentioned of Kanju, but that's okay, anime. There's the mention of Kanju, but God, there's like, this writing is so goddamn disappointing. My God, like the animation is really nice. It's just this writing is just goddamn terrible this week. My God. Like, some of the things that bother me that I wish the writing would have fixed, like that's in this dialogue, that it just, like when Mikochi says he's talking about a drink so amazing that it could end a quarrel, this whole quarrel. I'd love to try my hand at making it. It's just, And like, when Mikochi says, are you serious? I am. Oh, and could you get me a few ingredients while you're out? Like, I wish this was here. Just like, it really makes me hate this anime right now. This writing is ruining this episode. And I have to keep telling myself, they're trying to include like 5 parts of a chapter. Hold on a second. 5 parts of this chapter in this episode. And they have to cut some parts out. But God, like, March comes in like a lion was able to... March comes in like a lion has more episodes than Hakumei and Mikochi. But I don't care. I would rather have Hakumei and Mikochi have this for the rest of the season. But like, I'm so conflicted with myself because it's just like, I know we're gonna have the origin story for Hakumei, and we're gonna find the wolf pack and stuff at the end of the season. But I'd rather have like episode 8 and 9 just be focused on this shit, and then have the rest be focused. Maybe even 10 be focused on this, and then the rest go towards the wolves, go fighting the wolf pack. I would be fine with this. But no! No, anime! You're not going this route! It's killing me! You are killing me, Smalls! It's just, oh my God, it is killing me so much right now. Are you kidding me? Are we really not going to see the passageway? Oh my God! Anime, you are really crossing the line with me right now. I love you, Hakumei and Mikochi anime, but my God! Oh my God! I can't believe you're doing this right now. Oh my God, we literally just skipped the rest of chapter 15.2 and just went to oh my God! So, we're not gonna see the passage? Oh my God, this is worse than when we didn't get to see the turtle taxi. This is like 100 times worse than that. Oh my God, anime. Why? I wanted to see the passage. This is not fair. This is not fair. I could forgive the writing if we had the passage. wow, they skipped so much content. Oh my god. I'm not gonna even read it because this video is already getting too long. I'm so mad. I'm just gonna tell you. They skipped out on like Hakumei, like going down and meeting with Kanju, and all that shit about the long timers being at the lower levels, and you know Hakumei coming to warn them that yeah, the newcomers and the old timers are probably heading up there right now. Like what the fuck? This is some bullshit. Why didn't you at least finish the? Oh my god, this part was skipped. You're just clinging desperately to Ukai's memory, but you'll never measure up to him. Like, why did you just finish the sentences? Oh, and yeah, and it pisses me off. Like, why did you just finish the sentence? Because when Hakumei says her line right after, it's just like, it does not make any sense for her to say why. Say it. Ichimaru, you are such an asshole. Ugh, I hate that asshole. And where that liquor is over by where the long timers live, on the outskirts of town, which the anime doesn't tell you. So now we're getting into the fourth part, and overall, I'm so disappointed in this episode. This episode so far, or this adaptation of chapter 15, I'm so disappointed. It could have been done so much better, and I wish they would have. I just don't understand why. Out of all the weeks to have the opening song, to have it this week, you could have used the extra time to have some of the extra dialogue that needed to be here and the extra content. And I'm so mad that we didn't get the passage and we didn't get to see Hakumei like go cause shenanigans, and it's so annoying. I feel like the anime only is like lost out on some really good content, and it's really making me upset. Because I really like this part of the manga. This part of the manga is so good. And, but anyway. We're getting to the next part, which is 15.4. I hope anime, you have plenty of time for the last two portions of this chapter. You better not fuck this shit up, or I'm gonna be really mad. That mushroom attack was just awesome. We're starting off good. Starting off good right now, anime, with chapter 15.4. That was just awesome. That mushroom stampede. Oh my god. That was so fucking awesome. Yes. We don't get to see the sound system. No. It's not fair. You got my hopes up for nothing, anime. We're gonna see the paper plane, which is gonna be cool, but I want to see the sound system. You know, a lot of dialogue is being skipped, but you know what? It's gotten to the point where I just don't even give a fuck anymore, because this episode has basically been ruined for me. It really has. In all reality, this episode is just fucking ruined for me. Because especially, not just the dialogue not being here, which made this chapter like even more fun, and because of all the chaos with the anything goes village and shit that just made it like anything goes in the free-for-all. It's just, we didn't get the tunnels, we didn't get like all the stuff that made this fucking arc awesome. And so like I don't even fucking, I'm not gonna even like go there about the dialogue anymore. It's just, I'm just so disappointed in this episode right now. But I will say that the animation looks freaking cool. I like seeing I'm glad some of the comedy is at least still there. Disappointed that some of the other comedy is not here. It's just, Ukai's room looks really nice. And like the conversation that Hakumei has is really good. Like, little things like this I really appreciate. But God, like, this episode just makes me really, like, a combination of angry and depressed. It really does. So now, this is like at the 16-minute, like 54, 55-second mark. We're going into the final part of chapter 15. And anime, you had my hopes up so high into 15.4. Like, it was looking, like, at the start of 15.4, I said. I mean, fuck. Can't talk right now because I'm so bad. At the start of 15.4, I was so fucking hyped because we got everything was magic. We got the mushroom attack. It was looking so good. And then you just ruined it. It's like, no! Now you got my hopes up for nothing. No! But then we had the paper plane. It was like, oh, this looks so cool. This is what I want. And then you just ruined it. It was like, no! Oh, God. Oh, my God. This anime, like, I really hate you right now. Oh, my God. This anime is really just fucking with me. Oh, my God. Let's be real. This anime is just fucking with my emotions right now. And it's not in a good way. It's not. It's not like March comes in like a lion or what's the other one? Or Land of the Lustrous, where it's like making me cry, or it's getting me all hyped up, or fucking sound like Gintama, or it's not like Sriracha or Furudachi, where those mangaka know how to fuck with my emotions. But shit, this is not like that at all. This is more like Mikochi and Ancient Magus Bride fucking with my emotions in like the worst way possible. My God. But unlike those two animes, I'm not gonna drop you, Hakumei and Mikochi, because this is just one episode where you're doing this to me. Okay, I understand not showing the whole feast, especially where we're at right now. They're not gonna show the whole feast because we're at the 17-minute, 37-second mark, so we're just like, fuck it. Let's just finish this shit. Let's get the main shit that we need, so fuck this feast. Fuck your shit. Let's just get this liquor made. Let's get everyone all hunky-dory and stop this conflict and be done with this shit. That's where this anime is going. March comes in like a lion wouldn't have done this shit, by the way, let's be real. March comes in like a lion would have done this right. Studio Shaft would have done this right, how they probably would have done it, would have probably had, there's 5 parts, they probably would have done 3 parts this week, and probably 2 parts the next week, the last 2 parts the next week. That's probably how they would have done it. And they would have gotten away with it, because Studio Shaft knows what they're doing. Okay, the rest of this episode was so good, minus the content that was skipped, of course, which would have made it better. But it was good, including the glad that we had the flashback at the end. That made me so happy, because if that would have been skipped, I would have been really, really mad. Okay, so I'm mad we didn't get to hear Kanji sing, but I totally understand why, because of that flashback. But overall, I'm totally torn with this episode because I really want to hate it and I really want to like it. Oh, this episode could have been so much better. It really could have. And then it could have been so much worse. It really could have. Oh my God. Oh. But anime, for the love of God, if you are going to do the adaptation of like the full backstory, Hakumei's backstory, and we're going to do the quest for the wolf pack, please don't fuck it up like you did this episode, please. I am begging you, just don't do that, or I'm gonna really hate you. And for those that are wondering, no, I am not gonna drop this series like Ancient Magus Bride. I'm not gonna drop this series like, what's the other one that I dropped? Like, Mikochi. I'm not, because this series, unlike those series, this series is actually artistic. And this series doesn't have as many problems as the other two have. I swear to God. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think of this episode? Are you guys as torn as I am by this episode as I am? I really am. It's just, oh my God, I'm so torn. Like, oh. I think this has to be one of the only episodes of anime that I have to be extremely torn by. Man, anime, I don't know, like, I'm just really torn by this episode. I really am. I don't think I've ever been torn by an anime episode like I have been with this one. And I'm talking about adaptation-wise. And like, it's just like I want to hate it, but, and I want to like it at the same time. It sucks. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you can do that. Donate to my PayPal, GoFundMe, Patreon, or purchase something on my Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later.